Here's what I wish I knew when I got my first paycheck. Remember the first time you got paid? That moment when you saw real money hit your account, your money, and suddenly, it felt like the world opened up. You start thinking, finally, I can buy that new phone, those sneakers, maybe even treat my friends. But here's the thing, most people's first paycheck disappears faster than they earned it. In fact, 64% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, according to a 2024 CNBC survey. That means nearly 2 out of 3 people have nothing left after payday. Now, here's what's interesting: wealthy people don't treat their paycheck the same way. Studies show that the average millionaire saves or invests 20 to 40% of their income, while the average American saves less than 5%, according to Fidelity and the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. Instead of spending first, the wealthy pay themselves first. They use their paycheck to buy assets that grow in value, not stuff that loses it. That's the difference between staying broke and building wealth. The truth is, your first paycheck can either set you up for success or trap you in years of that same cycle. In this video, I'll show you exactly what to do when that first paycheck lands, how to enjoy it and make it work for your future. Because if you handle this moment right, it won't just be your first paycheck, it'll be the first step toward financial freedom. You've been waiting for this moment for weeks, maybe months. That first paycheck hits your account, and suddenly, you feel unstoppable. It's proof that your hard work paid off, real money that you earned. For the first time, you feel like an adult. Like you finally made it. You open your banking app, see that number, and instantly start making a mental shopping list: new clothes, the phone you've been eyeing, dinner with friends, maybe even something just to say I deserve this. And honestly, you do. But here's the catch: what you do with your first paycheck will set the tone for how you handle money for years to come. Most people don't realize that. They spend their first paycheck celebrating, and then every paycheck after that trying to catch up. According to surveys, 76% of young adults spend their entire first paycheck within a week, and nearly 60% of Gen Z workers say they wish they'd saved more from their first job. That first paycheck is more than just money, it's your first real chance to build financial momentum. Because here's what happens when you spend it all: you start a pattern. The excitement fades, the bills come in, and suddenly, you're waiting for the next payday to fix the last one. That's how the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle begins. But if you save even a small part of that first check, even $50, you do something most people never do: you buy yourself options. Options to handle emergencies. To invest. To grow. The lesson? Your first paycheck isn't a reward, it's an opportunity. Instead of asking, what can I buy, start asking, what can I build? Because that one small decision, to think like a builder instead of a spender, is what separates people who stay stuck from people who create wealth. So what do you do with your first paycheck? First, you start building your emergency fund. Nearly 57% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency with savings, according to a 2024 Bankrate survey. That means more than half the country is one flat tire, one medical bill, or one missed paycheck away from financial panic. That's why your emergency fund isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Think about it: life doesn't warn you before it throws a curveball. Your car doesn't wait for payday to break down. Your pet doesn't check your budget before getting sick. When you don't have savings, you have only one option: debt. And that's where the cycle starts. You put the expense on a credit card, promise yourself you'll pay it off next month, but then something else comes up. Suddenly, you're paying interest on top of your bills, and your paycheck is already spoken for before you even get it. That's the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. Your emergency fund is the wall that protects you from that cycle. It's what keeps a setback from turning into a crisis. It's peace of mind that says, I can handle this. Aim to build up $500 to $1,000 as fast as you can. That's your first financial safety cushion. Over time, grow it until you can cover 3 to 6 months' living of expenses. The sooner you start, the stronger your safety net becomes. Every dollar you put into that fund is a dollar that keeps you from sliding into debt. Don't wait for the perfect time, it won't come. The best time to start your emergency fund is with your very first paycheck. Because the truth is, people who build wealth aren't the ones who earn the most, they're the ones who prepare the best. Start now. future you will thank you. Then you start investing. If you got your first paycheck and you're still living with your parents, or your expenses are really low right now, this is your golden opportunity. Seriously. Most people don't realize it, but this stage of life is your biggest financial advantage. Because the less you have to spend, the more freedom you have to build your future. Here's the truth: once rent, bills, and responsibilities start piling up, it becomes harder to save and invest. So while your costs are low, use this moment to start investing small amounts, even if it's just $10 or $20 a week. You're not investing because it'll make you rich tomorrow, you're investing to build the habit. You're teaching yourself that every time money comes in, part of it goes to you. Let's do some quick math. If you invest just $25 a week, that's $100 a month, starting at age 20. By the time you're 40, you could have over $60,000, assuming average market returns. And that's from a small, consistent habit. The best part? You don't need to be an expert or have a ton of money. Apps and brokerages today make it easier than ever to start investing with spare change or automatic deposits. The key is to start now, not later. Because once you get used to putting money to work for you, that habit sticks even when your expenses grow. So if you're living at home, working your first job, or just have some breathing room, take advantage of it. While most people your age are spending their paychecks, you'll be doing something far more powerful, building the foundation for financial freedom. And the method to make it all happen is paying yourself first. Most people save what's left after spending, which, let's be honest, is usually nothing. In fact, only 45% of Americans save money regularly, according to a 2023 Ally Bank study. That means more than half of people spend their entire paycheck every month, hoping to save next time. But here's the secret: wealthy people do the exact opposite. Instead of saving what's left, they save first and spend what's left. They treat saving and investing like bills that must be paid, no exceptions. Data from Fidelity shows that the average millionaire saves or invests between 20% and 40% of their income, while the average American saves less than 5%. That's not because they earn more, it's because they prioritize differently. So here's how you can start doing the same thing, even with your first paycheck. The moment your paycheck lands, take 10% right off the top and move it into savings or an investing account. Don't wait to see what's left, make it automatic. Most banks and payroll apps let you set this up in seconds. Think of it this way: if you earn $1,000, pay yourself $100 first. After a year, that's $1,200 saved, without even feeling it leave your account. And here's why this habit is so powerful: that $100 doesn't just sit there. It becomes the foundation for your emergency fund and eventually your first investments. This is how real wealth begins, not with huge paychecks, but with consistent habits. The truth is, people who pay themselves first don't get lucky, they get prepared. They use every paycheck to build stability and opportunity instead of letting it disappear. So don't wait until you make more money to start saving. Start now, even with a small amount, and you'll be doing what the wealthy have been doing all along, making your money work for you. Remember, money isn't just for saving, it's for living. You don't have to cut out joy to be financially smart. You just have to plan it. According to Experian, people who budget for fun spend 30% less impulsively than those who don't, because they spend intentionally. So, go ahead, treat yourself. Just make sure it fits the plan. Let's wrap this up. Getting your first paycheck is an amazing feeling, it's proof that your hard work matters. But what you do with that money will determine whether you stay stuck or move forward. You learned that your first paycheck isn't a reward, it's an opportunity. You learned why an emergency fund protects you from the stress that traps most people in debt, how investing early, even with small amounts, turns time into your biggest advantage, and why paying yourself first is the foundation that separates people who struggle from those who build real wealth. Because the truth is, financial freedom doesn't start with how much you make, it starts with what you do with what you have. The wealthy don't wait for the right time to start, they make time. And now, so can you. Imagine what your life could look like a year from now if you just stick to these habits: saving a little, investing a little, planning a little. The results won't happen overnight, but one smart choice at a time, they'll build into something powerful. So start now. Don't wait for the next paycheck. Make this one count. And if this video helped you see your money in a new way, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because every week, we talk about how to master your money, grow your wealth, and create the freedom you deserve. Remember, your first paycheck is more than just income. It's a choice. You can spend it like everyone else, or you can use it to build the life they'll wish they had. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, it really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more tips on saving, investing, and building real financial freedom. See you in the next one.